Imagine you're in a cluttered MIT lab, 1954, watching Norbert Wiener fiddle with a machine that talks back, predicting your next move like a chess grandmaster but without the ego. This isn't sci-fi, it's cybernetics, the new science of communication and control between man and machine. But Wiener doesn't just build fancy gadgets, he's wrestling with a huge question. What happens to us when machines start thinking? And more importantly, can they actually make us more human? Wiener sees machines not as replacements, but as collaborators. But how does this shift the role of humans from cogs to creators? In Wiener's early days at MIT, the lab was a cacophony of whirring relays and blinking lights. Instead of fearing these machines, Wiener saw a partnership forming. He noticed how automatic regulators on steam engines used feedback to adjust themselves without human intervention. This moment cracked open a new idea: machines could learn and adapt, not just follow orders blindly. Imagine riding a bike where every wobble sends immediate signals to your muscles to correct your balance. That constant sensing and correcting, Wiener called it a feedback loop. It's like a conversation between parts, man and machine, sending messages back and forth to stay on track. Cybernetics boils down to this dance of information, keeping systems stable and flexible at the same time. Here's the kicker: Wiener believed machines could free us from repetitive tasks, the real soul suckers of work. Instead of grinding through tedious chores, people would gain time and mental space to dream, innovate, and create. It wasn't about losing humanity to automation. It was about recovering it through smarter tools. Machines can elevate us or replace us. Wiener was clear-eyed about the risks. What if our creations steal our jobs or crush our spirits? Picture a 1950s factory where a dozen workers operated pulleys. Suddenly, a single automated loom can do their work faster, non-stop. Thousands face unemployment. Wiener saw firsthand how automation's mechanical arms displace human hands, turning skilled jobs into redundant labor. This wasn't just technology, it was a seismic social disruption, a wrench thrown in the gears of communities. Wiener used the brain as a metaphor and guide. Just like neurons feedback signals to regulate body functions, machines use circuits to regulate themselves. Cybernetics explores how communication and control aren't just mechanical processes, they're central to life itself. This analogy drives home that machines are not alien, they echo patterns woven deep in our own biology. Wiener argued that while we must push innovation forward, we can't ignore the human cost. Without ethical guardrails, cybernetics risks creating cold, impersonal systems that erode human dignity. He called for laws and education that would guide technology, ensuring it serves humanity and not the other way around, a balance between progress and responsibility. Beyond machines, Wiener envisioned cybernetics transforming society. But how? And what surprises lay in this third industrial revolution? Wiener proposed schools could operate like cybernetic systems, students given immediate feedback, lessons adjusted on the fly. Imagine learning math not by rote but guided through responsive teaching machines reacting to your pace and errors. This was a radical rethink, education not as a one-way street but as a dynamic conversation. He dissected language itself as a system of messages constantly refined through feedback loops. Just as machines needed clear signals, humans rely on language to transmit meaning and correct misunderstandings. Wiener's insight: understanding communication patterns could unlock better translation, clearer law texts, even improved social cohesion. Law, Wiener warned, must evolve with technology. Traditional rules crafted for slow, steady change couldn't handle the speed of cybernetic innovation. New legal frameworks had to embrace complexity and adaptiveness, to regulate machines, privacy, and data with finesse rather than blunt force. This is the challenge still unfolding today. Back in that noisy MIT lab, Wiener's vision comes full circle. Machines talking back aren't threats but invitations to think bigger, work smarter, and reclaim what makes us human. The challenge? Use cybernetics not to replace ourselves but to extend our minds and hearts. Try this: next time you interact with technology, ask not just what it can do for you, but what it sparks inside you. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.